welcome to the vlog. So I'm off this week, so I thought I'd bring you along with what I'm going to be doing. I've not done a lot so far. It is Tuesday, 16:50, so 10 to 5, and I've not done a whole lot today either. You'll probably have seen all of that in the montage of the stuff that I did the last couple of days. Just played Pokemon Arceus on the Switch, did some reading, Pokemon Go, just a little bit of a recoup from the last few months, because the last few months have been intense for me. I've been working a lot, and also I did a digital marketing course, which was a lot to do all at the same time. So I slept quite a bit. I didn't get up till like 11:30 today, but clearly I needed it. So the book that I've actually been reading, which you'll have seen me read earlier, is Dunkton Wood. It's by William Horwood, and anybody who has seen any of my videos from like last year knows that I started it last year. I will hold my hands up, I started it last year. But I am determined to finish it because I am enjoying it. I've just kind of fallen off reading a little bit recently because everything's been a bit too much. But anyway, I am 267 pages in now, and for anybody who doesn't know what Dunkton Wood is, it's described on the back, which is what got me. It's an absolute spellbinder by Lord of the Rings Out of Watership Down, and that was by a guy called Magnus Magnusson, which is a fantastic name. So it's basically moles, but Lord of the Rings. So far, it definitely... I did start reading Lord of the Rings. That's another thing I need to finish. I have so many unfinished books at the moment. I can't seem to keep track of finishing something at the moment. The last few months have been very all over for me. But it's very old-fashioned-y speak. Like, if you've ever read Lord of the Rings, you'll know what I mean. It's kind of like that. So at 267 pages in, not a whole lot has happened. There's been a lot of description. There's been a lot of moles mating. There's been a lot of exploration, but no like the most recent thing to happen was like a big fight, and that was pretty dramatic. But the rest of the stuff has been very much like setting the scene. So if you like a slow burn and you like moles, go for it. But apparently there's 2 more books in this series. I have them on my shelf. I'm expecting more Lord of the Ringsy stuff to happen, because so far it's been moles, and it's been great. Like, I've been enjoying it. But it's clearly not gripped me enough to read it very quickly, but I am determined to finish it. So how many pages actually are there? So I'm like 267 pages through. It finishes on page 730. So, 260, like a third of the way through. Yeah, I have not scripted this, so this is just going to be raw and ready. But what I want to do now is Pokemon Go have got some sort of timed research for the next like 7 hours. Catch 20 Pokemon, spin 20 Pokestops, and like evolve a Pokemon or something. So let's go out and catch some Pokemon. I think I'll get a snack. Let's go get a snack. $15 out of 20 Pokemon. Woo! Still gotta get 16 Pokestops and evolve a Pokemon. But good going. And that makes 20 Pokemon. So just the 20 Pokestops and evolve a Pokemon. Autumn is just my favourite season. If you can get out into the autumn leaves, please do. It's so nice. from the roof. So I came to the park because there's loads of Pokestops here, and we're going to be coming up to the bit where everyone's going to be. So there'll be loads of Pokestops around there, so we should be able to get this all done pretty quickly, because it is now 20 to 6 and I'm going to need to leave for choir about 20 to 7, because it starts at 7 and there's an AGM today, so we're starting promptly. So I'll let you know when we get all our Pokestops, if we do in time, but we should. So, we've only got Evolve a Pokemon left. My phone is dying because it doesn't have a very good battery life, but let's see what we should evolve. Maybe it should be Shroomish, because it seems to be a Shroomish hour. Should we evolve a shiny just for the fun of it? Because I think I have 2 shiny Shinxes. Correct. So, let's evolve the better one and get a shiny Luxio instead. Oh my god, my arm dipped so much when I'm doing that. This is really heavy. Cool, so I've now officially done all the tasks. Let's see what we're gonna get. It's a Plusle. Okay, so I have very specific requirements for keeping Pokemon. So they have to be like 1 point less than perfect, or I won't keep it. Because you get too many too many Pokemon to keep otherwise. So Plusle again. Is it gonna be like, am I gonna get any Minun, or is it just all gonna be Plusle? Let's find out. Plusle, a Plusle. We're losing light. It's getting dark. Can't tell on there actually. It's doing all right. Recently got a new fridge. It's smaller than the old one, which is a shame. My landlord didn't get one the same size. We freeze fewer things now. Oh my god, I am really warm. I'm going to take my portable charger with me as well because my phone was really dying, so let's figure out where that is. Good morning. It is Thursday. I didn't speak to you yesterday. I did go to karaoke, but I put my request in too late and my song didn't get played until, I'm guessing they didn't bring it up till after I was gone. But I had a left side to go, but that's okay. We'll go again. My friend did manage to sing Friend Like Me from Aladdin. I think it's because the karaoke guy saw it on the list and was excited for it, so he bumped it, which is a shame because I actually put my song in just before he put his in. But he was awesome and it was really fun. So on to today. So as I think I mentioned at the beginning, there's a fair today that I was going to go to. I've just been looking it up. Turns out it is from 6 till 10 tonight, so that is pretty good. But I spent a lot of the morning when I was lying in bed trying to find where the bike locks are. There is a bike lock outside the library and that's the only one that I'm aware of. And I spent so long on Google Maps like moving around through all those streets to try and see if I can find any other bike locks, and I failed. I could not find any. And there seems to be no good app or website that tells you where bike locks are. I feel like that's an absolute gap in the market. There was one for a company that has them, but they only have them in a couple of cities in the country, so that was useless. But anyway, so later we'll go to that, but for the rest of the day it's 11:20 in the morning, so we're still in the morning, and I'm taking that as a win. For a while now, as in a few years, I've been exploring possibilities of ways that I can work for myself. I think I've landed on my camera's gonna die. That camera battery lasted a lot longer than I would have expected it to, so kudos to that camera battery. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I've recently decided that I want to become a video editor. It's the thing that I enjoy the most. I do it whenever I can. I know I don't upload that many videos, or haven't done previously. I would like to upload more, but sometimes life gets in the way and it gets really hard, and especially the last 3 months I've been doing a course as well, which I mentioned, which is done, but the part after the course, because it's digital marketing, you can either go into a digital marketing career or you've used the course to try and build your business. I knew that I wanted to become freelance, and partway through I realised that the bit that I've enjoyed the most out of all of it was the video editing bit where we made a little reel. I was like, huh, well, why don't I do that? Because I'd considered, at one point I had a second-hand little online bookstore. It was stressful and people wouldn't buy them, and you just need a lot of storage for all those books as well. And I considered copywriting for a very long time, but for some reason, I love writing, but if I have to write for someone else, I think it was getting me very anxious. But then I realised the thing I do like to do is editing, and I spend all of my free time like watching videos about YouTube, how the algorithms work, editing techniques and things like that. And I have started to try and incorporate some more skills in my videos. Like last time I did like a little animation with the words, and that was very exciting. It's not a lot, like there's people who can do so much more, but I'm right at the beginning of my journey here. I would like to specialise in YouTube. That is my main interest. It would be lovely to be able to stay there, but I'm obviously not going to restrict myself to YouTube, but it would be lovely. So this is the start of a whole new path for me, and I am terrified but very, very hopeful and very excited. I do like it. I spend my time learning about YouTube. I spend my time editing. It's my favourite part of the process. I think like 5 minutes ago I started to say something that I haven't quite got to the point of, but that's cool. The course that I did, for 6 months afterwards, they give you support for whatever you wanted to do, which was what I started to say earlier, but they give you support. If you are doing interviews, they will give you interview support, and you've got to provide proof that you've done interviews and that whether you've got any job offers or anything like that. But for freelance and small businesses, they want proof that you are working on your marketing and building your business. And they asked you for a little kind of plan of what you were planning to do, and on my plan I had make social media for my new business by the 14th, which I did. It was done Sunday, which was in time for Monday, which was the 14th. So I have an Instagram page. I'll link it. There's nothing on it right now as I'm filming this, but there should be something on it by the time this video goes up. I've waffled on for a long time now, so I'll get to it. So I have made an initial edit for a short to send to somebody in the hopes they might like the kind of thing that I can do. But before I add the subtitles to the short, I'm gonna make a Christmas pudding because they're back in the supermarkets. Yeah.
On my way back from York, I'm at the station. 10 minutes until my train. I had a lovely time. I'm tired. I didn't really sleep a lot. All in all, a good weekend.